Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Hollow, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today, what I got for you guys is another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 tips and tricks video, which is mainly focused around winning more gunfights. Now, when it comes to Call of Duty, winning gunfights is very crucial, especially because, you know, it isn't always perfect. It is a game you play it online. There's always a little bit of lag, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. So in this video, I kind of brainstorm just a few ways, tips, and tricks that can possibly help you guys out, you know, better your chances of winning those gunfights. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I want this video to really get out there. You know, the more likes you guys drop on these videos, the better it gets exposed. You guys literally smashed 1,000 likes on the last video within 3 hours. I don't know if we can really do that again, but if you guys can just smash 500 likes for me on this video, I would really appreciate it. I kind of worked really hard. I'll show you guys example of every single tip. I kind of worked pretty good into this video. You know, I put some thought into it, and I definitely think it deserves every like possible. So now the first and probably one of the most important tips that I can give you guys in this game is take cover, use your head glitch spots. This game is probably one of the games out of all the Call of Duty games that has the most head glitches and take cover spots. I think it's mainly because it's built around like arena, kind of like competitive play. I'm not sure, but it really does have a lot of head glitch spots. It has a lot of things that you can take, you know, and use toward your advantage to take cover and therefore winning more gunfights. A lot of the times it's not about who's better at gunfights, but who has better positioning. So if you guys get used to that and how to get better positioning than your enemies, you will most likely win a lot more gunfights. So you obviously want to go ahead and take advantage of all the covers, you know, all the little boxes, anything that's in front of you that kind of like exposes only your head, maybe from your chest up. Sometimes even your waist up is better than showing your entire body. Trust me, it always throws enemies off when they're trying to shoot one specific thing, as opposed to they can shoot whatever they want. You know, they can shoot your legs, your toes, your head. Head glitches are the way to go. If you guys can learn how to take cover, you know, at least every single gunfight. If there is no cover, that's fine, but try to find a way where you can position yourself to basically have the advantage when coming into a gunfight. A tip number 2 that I do want to give you is use your boosters. You can use your boosters in many ways. What you guys are going to see right now is just a little separate clip that I recorded for you guys, so you guys can see different ways that you can use your boosters towards your advantage for defense, offense, whatever it is. It's very useful, guys, so check it out. All right, guys, so for this example, I'm basically just going to show you guys the best way to use your boosters. So let's say you know there's somebody coming from over there, right? And you're coming from over here. Instead of sometimes just going like this and shooting him, I mean, you could do that, but a lot of the times, you know, he could probably be aiming down the sight too. Now, this does take a lot of practice, so, you know, if you do not perfect it, it's gonna just basically get you killed. But the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So what I like to do sometimes is I'll be coming right, and I know he's coming from over there. I'll just probably jump and I'll boost slide, and then I'll do that. Like, that's just probably one of the best ways to take the enemy off guard, and like you'll shake him off. You literally will shake him off. Now, there's ways that you can boost. I mean, obviously you can boost forward. You can actually boost sideways. All you got to do, I like doing it with a double jump instead because it gives me more time, unless you have a SCUF. So now, if you guys want to go to the left or right, it's better if you don't run. Like, if you just know he's coming, you just kind of like do this. And you want to put your left stick towards the left. You want to aim towards the left and then push on your crouch button. All right, so if you guys want to go to the left real quickly, instead of actually going, you know, like that sideways and probably getting killed, just do a nice little double jump and do that, right? You see how easy it is? Same thing. If you know he's coming from there, you kind of just go like that. You get me? It's always going to shake your enemies off. You could even do it backwards. If you guys didn't know, like, let's say there's somebody behind you, you could even do this. And you can go backwards. You see that? Like, that's just the way. You got to get used to it. If you have a SCUF controller, it's going to get a lot easier for you. Just make sure you do like a nice little double jump. You can do it with one single jump, but a lot of the times the double jump just seems to make it easier, especially if you don't have a SCUF. So just get used to it, guys. There's always so many things you can do with it. You can literally flip around. Just experiment with it on a private match and get used to it. Third tip that I do want to give you guys is Hipfire. You don't want to Hipfire all the time. You basically want to Hipfire in combination with using your boosters, just like I showed you guys in that clip. You also want to Hipfire basically when you're in a small, tight area. Hipfiring is always better up close, like really up close, instead of aiming down the sight. Simply because when the enemies are really close, you kind of have a more body exposed in front of you. So if you Hipfire, you're going to have a wider bullet spread as opposed to you aiming down the sight into one specific part. So Hipfiring is always, you know, handy when coming into tight corners, into a little room and an enemy. You're most likely going to win all the gunfights if you are Hipfiring in a really tight spot. It really does work, and in this game, Hipfiring is actually pretty damn good. So get used to it. Do it often whenever you're in tight corners, tight areas only. Do not you know, get obsessed with Hipfire and do it all over the place because you're gonna die. So just make sure you guys are playing smart and use all these techniques that I'm basically giving you guys in this video. The next tip I want to give you guys is pre-firing. This is kind of like something that's been in Call of Duty for a long time. A lot of good players always tell you, you want to pre-fire, you want to pre-fire. Make sure you guys really pre-fire. If you know that the enemy is coming, either because you know it, you see it on the UAV, you have a freaking a hater on and you see them coming, or you have headsets and you're sound whoring, or you just know that they're coming from there because they're chasing you and you turned around. Now you don't want to pre-fire way too quickly, because if you do, they'll see the bullets and they'll stop and they'll probably turn around or just wait for you to go. You want to make sure you hit fire right before they actually pass the wall, because in this game, since it's connection and things like that, whoever gets the first bullet most of the time will win. Especially in this game, there's no toughness. The guy will flinch like crazy, therefore putting you in the upper position by a lot. So make sure you guys hit fire, but do it properly. All these tips I give you, you got to know how to do them. Obviously, the more you practice them, the more you get, you know, used to them, the better you will perform them. Now, another really good tip that I do want to give you guys is aim switch. This is basically used up close. You don't want to use this very, very far. I would say close to medium range, you could probably use this technique. It's basically when there's 2 enemies or 3 enemies, you're shooting, and you don't drag your gun across the map. You aim, you shoot. Once you kill that guy, you let go of the aim, you simply look at the other guy, and then you aim at him again. It's simply like an aim switch, really quickly. It's gonna be a lot quicker reaction as opposed to you aiming down sight and dragging your scope all the way. Once you guys perfect this technique, it does take a lot of practice. You gotta have pretty good aim, but obviously the more you do it, the better you get at it. That's the best way to kill people, multiple people, up close. And the last and final one is jump shot or drop shot. Now, it all depends. If you don't have a SCUF, you may have to go with drop shotting unless you play claw. Some of these drop shots you guys are seeing here, I did it on claw. I've never played claw. Like, I've never really tried playing claw, so it's a little bit sloppy, but I just want to give you, you know, an example of how you guys can see that it actually does work. If you jump shot in this game, it is really, really good, simply because you can actually maneuver yourself in the air, and for some reason that always seems to shake off the enemies. So if you guys know how to jump shot, aim down sight, and move at the same time, left and right, while you're in midair, then you guys are golden. It does take a lot of practice, but it is possible. That's probably one of the best ways to stay alive and get a lot more gunfights won. Obviously, drop shot is always good. I think that drop shot is not as good as it used to be in other Call of Duties, but it is still a very, very effective way. If you can actually, you know, mix all these things together, jump shots, you know, drop shots, and sliding, and all these things, they come into a really, really big bundle, and overall it'll allow you to win a lot more gunfights. It'll allow you to be harder to hit. It'll just do everything for you. Stay alive longer, get more gunfights, increase your KD, everything that you basically need to become a better player. It's inside all of these tips that I just gave you. I know there may be a few that I'm missing, but again, you guys may want to check out the links down in the description. I have tips for everything: class setups, how to aim tips, how to get more headshots, everything you guys basically need. They're all down in the description. If you guys want me to do another tip video that I haven't mentioned down in the description, comment it down below, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, and please drop a thumbs up. If you guys can help me break 500 likes on this video, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.